ba-da, 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 bum, 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 bum. Love that track. What you think? Yeah. It's Monday. The first day of May. To all you May babies. Maybe? Maybe babies. Well, I'm one of those. I've got a birthday coming up this month. And yes, my age falls into the category of old as hell. And don't be laughing. I'm serious about this. Especially you, Mr. Bass. I know you laughing.
Yes, I was.
Because I know you.
Yeah.
See,
No,
you take the advantage of the old man laughing at me. I bet.
No,
See,
no.
you're one of those guys that if you're walking down the street and trip over the curb and fall down, you'd be laughing your ass off.
Probably so, unfortunately.
See, I know you.
No, but I laugh in unison because where in the circles I go to, I'm the old man.
Yeah, well, you need to
So-
stop hanging out at the elementary schools.
I know that's not cool at all, sir.
No, not at all.
No,
How you doing?
no, of course not. I was doing all right. You gave me that shot, but I'm doing all right now. No, I'm doing cool. I'm doing all right, man. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. You know, a shot in the head in the morning is always a good thing. It'll get you going.
Well, that's
There
what you
go.
think, man.
Damn! Wow! Boom! Boom! Shaka laka laka laka.
You need that's more than coffee that you need right there, doctor.
Yeah, that's true. Man,
Now where's Carol? She's still MIA?
you know, I think Carol is either has signed up for the witness protection program, or her sisters kidnapped her, or I just don't know. I talked to her, I think,
Jeez.
once over the weekend.
Sound like all the above.
Yeah, and I don't know. I haven't heard from her today. Who knows? You never know with Carol, though. You know, she could
Oh.
pop up anywhere. She's like a pop-up store. Do they have those in Chicago?
Pop-up stores?
Yeah. You ever heard
Not
of
that
that?
I know of.
Okay.
No, I mean, reminds me of the episode of Sanford and Son with his traveling place called a Guy's Groovy Grab Bag.
I could do 20 lines on that one.
Yep.
No, a pop-up store, and I had never heard of the term until about maybe 8-9 months ago. It's like a vacant building or storefront, and people will come in and rent the space for a day or two or weekend, maybe a week. And they bring in their whatevers, and they sell it, and then they're gone. They call it pop-up stores or pop-up sales. They pop up and they leave. I saw one yesterday. It was a pop-up Thai food place. Now, I had never seen a pop-up restaurant before, but this is a pop-up Thai food. I thought, wow, that's interesting. They will go in. Maybe the place was already set up to be a restaurant, and the facilities.
Mm-hmm.
But I've thought that was kind of interesting.
Well, Laura Rice checked in on your page there as you live. She does say, yes, we have pop-up stores in Chicago.
Oh, excellent. Okay.
But she knows everything anyway,
Of
so
course.
there you go.
She's a walking encyclopedia of bovine.
Yeah, of course.
I just got her boat rolling. And Laura, what can I say about you? Good morning, good afternoon, and that's it. That's all I'm going to say.
That covers it.
Yeah, because if I say anything else, then it's going to be a rant between her and I.
Well, the rant's already started, just haven't picked up yet. She'll chime in more.
She'll pick on me, I'm sure. She reminds
Now
me
see
of this.
that's elder abuse. She'll pick on you in a second.
In a New York second. She's
Yes.
kind of backed off of you a little bit. Now I'm the stick in the mud and the whipping post.
Yeah, I'm not holding my breath.
Right. Okay, here's the weekend Uber story. You ready?
All right, Uber Lee.
Lord have mercy. I go to the forum last night to pick up a passenger. And that's to go there, first of all, is a chore because there's so many people. This is a concert with the artist called The Weeknd.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Yeah. So I'm going to come out with a new group called The Weekday. You got a weekend. You got to
Say
have a
what?
weekday. Maybe I might be Tuesday.
The weekday.
The weekday, Tuesday. Somebody else can be Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. That's fine. But I'm Tuesday. But anyway, so I get the call to go pick up somebody at the forum. And, well, the location of where this person was interesting because it was a pool ride, which means you can pick up multiple passengers.
Right.
So the first person who originated the pool was maybe 3 or 4 blocks away from the forum, which is a good thing because trying to get right there at the forum, and there's really no dedicated area for rideshare pickup. And they generally block off a number of the streets wrapped around the forum to keep the traffic from just inundating the forum. Okay, so I picked these 2 girls up at a grocery store not too far away from the forum, which was perfect. Then I get another call from someone who appeared to be right there at the forum parking lot at the corner of Prairie and Manchester. I believe that was the intersection. So I went, oh, this is not going to be good. So I tried calling the lady. She didn't answer. Then she called me back, and she's crying. I mean, hysterically. She was just like boo-hooing. I went, oh, Lord, what is this? She said, these police officers, they're not trying to help me, and I'm afraid. And I said, calm down. Tell me exactly where you are. Well, I'm by the big green sign. I said, okay, well, I'm 100 yards from the big green sign, so stay right there. It may take me a minute, but just hang on, okay? Just calm down. Everything's going to be fine. You're safe now. Don't worry. So I finally get to the location where she claims she is, and she wasn't. She's 2 blocks away. So
Oh, jeez.
she calls me back. Where are you? I'm so afraid. And the police are not trying to help me. I said, well, what do you need help from the cops for? She said, well, my battery is almost dead. And I'm going, just calm down. And then all of a sudden, the guy came on the phone. And he goes, excuse me, sir, where are you exactly? And I told him where I was, right there on the corner. And right next to this big, huge 40-foot green sign that says the forum on it. Can't miss it. So he said, oh, okay, I know where you are. We're a couple of blocks away. So I'll walk her down there and make sure that she gets to your car. I said, okay, thank you. So finally she shows up. She's just boo-hooing, tears, kangaroo tears coming down her face. I said, what are you afraid of? What's wrong? Well, she went off on the cop. It was a female cop, and the cop didn't offer any assistance. I said, what did you expect to get from the cop? What were you requesting? Well, I was afraid. I was fearful. I said, of what? There's 5,000 people out here. What are you afraid of? Well, my friends left me, and, I live up in, where is she? Pomona? Not Pomona. Glendale. She's up in Glendale, which is north of L.A. So we go through this whole back and forth, and she cried and moaned and groaned the whole way to her destination. I dropped the other 2 ladies off right around downtown somewhere. And so the rest of the ride, I'm trying to console her and calm her down. She is from New York. And the first thing I said to her, I said, wait a minute. You're from New York. You're supposed to have tough skin. When did you ever expect a cop to be, an ambassador to your issue? Well, that's what they're supposed to do. I said, yeah, but what did you want the cop to do? Protect me. I said, was someone bothering you? No. I said, well, what did you need protection from? Well, I didn't know where I was, and the neighborhood didn't look good. I said, okay, so you're from New York. Inglewood didn't look good to you. You're from, and you only been here, 5 or 6 months, I think she said. I said, but I'm still trying to understand, what is it that you're afraid of? Now, she's black, African descent. raised up in a part of New York she claims is basically Russian and Jewish. I said, so you don't have a relationship with your own people, that when you get around black people, you're fearful? Well, yeah, because I've never been exposed to that. I said, oh, come on. How old are you? I'm 33. I said, first of all, you need to get a grip on reality because you are in Zululand somewhere. I don't know where you are. I said, first of all, how can you be afraid of yourself? When you look in the mirror, who do you see? Well, I see me. I said, okay, and all the people around you, not all, because the two girls that I picked up were Hispanic, and there was probably 40% of the people out there were white. I said, so where's your fear coming from? This girl's 33 years old. She works in artist management or advertising or something. I said, you got issues. She looked at me. She said, why would you say that? I said, you have issues. I said, what are you afraid of? What happened? My phone was almost dead. I have an iPhone, and when it gets to 20%, it drops real fast. I said, okay, but you're in the car now. I'm going to make sure you get home safely and put that behind you. So you just had an experience, or you had an expectation from a female police officer that didn't do what you expected her to do. But I'm still trying to understand, would you think she had a charger in her hip pocket that you could plug in your phone? No, it wasn't about that. I just felt unsafe. From what? What? Was somebody bothering you? I said, you had a young man that walked you 2 blocks to me, gave you his phone number, and said, call me when you get home to make sure you're okay. I said, so there's kind people trying to help you. I'm trying to help you. This guy trying to help you. The 2 ladies in the back seat here, they were afraid for you because they thought something was happening because you were on the phone and they could hear you coming through my speakers in the car, and they thought something really bad had happened to you. And they said to me, well, don't leave her. Make sure you stay here and wait for her. I said, well, yeah, I wouldn't do that anyway. I heard you in distress. So, but listen, before she got out of the car, you know what I had to make her say?
What's that?
I'm good. I'm okay. I'm safe. I'm home. And she was struggling to say that. And said, I'm not going to let you out of the car until you say that, because you have to convince yourself that whatever you thought was happening really did not happen. I said, so you need to get a grip on that. And she looked at me, she kind of chuckled. She goes, I said, no, say, I'm good. And then she went off on another rant. I said, no. Say, I'm good. I'm home. I'm safe. And Uber Lee took care of me. And she laughed again. She said, okay, I'm good. I said, no, say it with a New York attitude, damn it. Toughen up that skin. You're back in New York. Come on, show me some New York. Man, this girl was a mess. She was an upside-down basket case.
Man, you should have had her recite that thing from old Saturday Night Live bit. I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me.
No, that's too long.
That wouldn't have worked?
No, she couldn't.
Okay.
She couldn't get in that space. No.
Okay.
That's why I shortened it down to I'm good.
I'm good, baby. I'm good.
I'm good, damn it. I'm real good. I mean, So that was the weirdo of the weekend. And that happened it was after midnight. So I almost had a non-eventful weekend.
The freaks come out at night, never fails.
Oh, my God. Whew. That one was, I was at a point where I really didn't know what else to do. And I kept trying to calm her down, but she had kangaroo tears coming down. They were jumping out of her eyes. I'm still trying to figure out, what is it that you're afraid of? Well, I just didn't know the neighborhood. I said, and you came with other people, right? She says, yeah. I said, well, where did they go? Well, they live on the other side of town. They live on the west side of town. And, she's kind of northeast in Glendale. And I said, well, let me give you a little history on Glendale. You think you're safe in Glendale, but that was probably one of the most racist towns between that and Burbank in the LA area. So, you think you're okay, but you're probably not. And she, really? I said, yeah, why did you think you were in such a safe environment in Glendale? Well, because it's more diverse. But you know what? And
Jeez.
I got to say this because I know there are other people out there that have experienced this situation. But sometimes when people come in from other countries, especially my brothers and sisters from Africa, they have this perception that black people are not good people. And I'm going, but you're black. You're like me. What is your problem? Why are you fearful?
Right.
And invariably, it's an African that was raised in a predominantly white environment. So they look at people like themselves as being bad people. And to me, that's disturbing. I can't process that. Really. I don't know how to understand that. I don't get afraid when I'm around a predominantly black group of people. I don't get afraid when I'm in a predominantly white environment. I look at people as people, and everybody's good until you screw up. And and there's no color lines on that with me. So you cool in the gang, you could look like a orangutan upside down bag full of you know what. As long as you are cool, calm, collected, and respectful, I don't judge you by your skin color. And she was saying that's what it was a white female cop, was judging her by her skin color. I said, well, why do you think that? What did she call you out of your name? Did she make reference to you in a derogatory fashion? No, she just didn't help me. I said, well, not to defend the police officer. I said, but she's out there dealing with thousands of people. And you, one person crying your heart out, and she probably didn't understand what your fear was about. I said, how did you articulate your issue to her? So she tried to explain. I said, but listen, you've got to understand that this cop has probably seen every crackhead, every wino, every homeless person, every fearful type of person known to mankind. And she's probably got a callus built up against a whining, crying person. And then they don't see the danger that you're feeling. What did you expect her to do? I said, did you want her to put you into a patrol car and close the door and turn the air up so that you could chill? Well, she didn't even offer me an opportunity to charge my phone in the police car. I said, well, what makes you think that she even has the apparatus, the chargers in the car? That's an assumption. And is that a part of the police protocol to provide you with the means of charging your phone? She got quiet for a second. I mean, listen, this was a 35-minute ride. I didn't get a tip. I didn't get paid for the therapy session.
Oh, come on, man. No tip after all that crap?
No tip. And I had to make her say I'm good. I'm serious, man. She didn't want to say it.
That's not fair.
No, man.
Jeez.
I would go to her house and stand outside in the bushes and jump out and go, hey!
You want to scare her more, then do that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm just seeing a headline here from CNN. Trump ending Michelle Obama's girl educational program. What the hell is wrong with this man?
That's just great.
You know, Michelle, go up to the White House and just smack him. Just knock the you-know-what out of him. How are you going to end something positive for children, for little girls? Are you serious? Effective immediately. This fool, he's got real, major, deep embedded issues. And he's your president, the president of the United States. Now, what about this guy? What's a football player's name? Josefa Sirhan?
So who's that now?
Sheehan. He was just he's just joined your team there in Chicago. He's a tight end, and he was being interviewed on television. And the reporter said, "Hey man, what are you going to do with this newfound money? You've been drafted by the Chicago Bears. She said, it was a female. She says, I went out and bought me a car when I got my new money. He says, an AR-15. An
Well, no, I didn't catch that.
AR-15? Are you serious? That's what you're going to spend your newfound money? An AR-15. Now he went to school in, what was it, Ashland, Ohio? Yeah, Ashland.
He had to be kidding. I assume, right?
Man, he didn't laugh. And he said he's going to buy him a AR-15, which is a semi-automatic assault weapon. Now, is that because you're going to Chicago? Or is it that you just want these NRA nutball whack jobs? What is that all about?
I don't know. That's the first I've heard of that.
Let me tell you something. The NFL, the baseball leagues, all of these sports franchises need to have media sessions with these kids. Now, I think he's 23, 24 years old. But obviously, to make that kind of a statement, whether it's a joke or not, it's just inappropriate. That's going to be embedded in everybody's mind. When they see this idiot, they're going to say, this is the guy that said he's going to buy an AR-15. Wow, what's that all about? It's as bad as this other guy back in 2014 left an AR-15 in the back seat of a rental car. Really? What the hell was on your mind that made you forget that you had an assault weapon on the back seat of a rental car? Not your own car. That's bad enough. But he's probably the same kind of idiot that would leave his kid in a baby seat and go into work when it's 95 degrees outside. Brain dead. These are brain dead people. What is that all about?
Well, you know what? I stopped following the draft a long time ago because, as you know, just one big theater production at this point. A lot of these players don't even stick around to these teams, just one big, event. Now, what I was upset over was the fact that they got this rookie in Michael Trubisky, who played for North Carolina at quarterback, only played 13 games in the freshman year. And they got him.
Chicago?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Well, they're so desperate for a quarterback.
That's just stupid, man. I mean, sometimes you just SOS and DOD.
Yeah.
Are you stuck on stupid or dangling on dumb? And the Bears organization is both.
Yeah. Yeah, they're cheap. They don't want to spend money to buy some real talent. But I want to appeal to all of the sports franchise and the different leagues. I don't care if you're doing jump rope. If you got a so-called professional athlete and they're going to be interviewed, they're going to be in the media, spend some money and train these people how to handle themselves when they're asked questions, how to respond appropriately so it doesn't come back to damage the player and your franchise. Teach them how to handle themselves when they're in front of the media. When those microphones and cameras are on these kids, make sure they know how to respond. Same thing with these dumbass rappers, recording artists, actors, sports people. That's something that you need to know because it can come back to haunt you. You can say one bad phrase, and that's going to be remembered more than all the good things that you do on the court or on the field or on stage or on film, on TV. That will overshadow all the good about you. Ty Wansley and I, your friend and mine, great journalist there in Chicago. I met him in St. Louis back in 1973 when we worked together down there. And we worked together there in Chicago. A great journalist and a kind and loving person. He and I were in the process of putting together a company to do exactly what I just described. His brother worked for the Dallas Cowboys for 20-some years, I think it was, and he retired. And we were in discussion about starting a media coaching company to teach people how to handle themselves in the media. And the same thing with corporate executives. When something goes wrong with your company, know how to respond to it. Know when to respond to it, or sometimes it makes sense not to respond at all. Yeah, you can hire publicists to be your mouthpiece, and maybe that's a smart thing to do, especially if you don't know how to handle yourself in front of the cameras and microphones. But at some point in time, you as the head person of a corporation, you as a sports player, an actor, or whatever, if you are in front of that media, at some point in time, you do need to say something. You just got to know what to say and how to say it and when to say it. So you need to hire a professional media consultant, PR firm, not just a lawyer, because a lawyer is going to give you a legal phrase to say, but sometimes you need to warm it up a little more than that. Sometimes just a legal response is appropriate. It just depends on the situation. But if you are in any of those categories, please consider getting some help, because sooner or later you're going to need it. It could be a good thing. Your company's blowing up, and you go out there and say something stupid and mess it up. As the old saying goes, and my dad used to tell me all the time, son, don't rush to fail. Now think about that. Didn't make sense to me when I was 10 or 11 years old. But he was telling me to slow down, assess the situation, do your due diligence, listen before you talk, understand the situation before you respond to it. Like the old bull said to the young bull. Those of you who have heard that story, you know what I'm saying. Let's not run down the hill.
Nope.
Let's walk down and do them all.
And get them all. That's right.
Good morning. Who do we have on the line?
It's Monday.
Oh, yes, it is. Good morning, Chella. How are you?
Marvelous, marvelous, marvelous.
Marvelous. It's
Marvelous.
Money Monday.
And actually, you know what? It's tied in to what you were just speaking about, and that
All
is,
right.
if you, in a sense, if you open up your mouth and you insult others, that could have an effect in your pocketbook.
Absolutely. It can come back
So
to
what-
haunt you. Absolutely.
Right. Well, not only that, but you may piss off people. You know, that
That's
maybe
right.
your supporters.
That's right.
Your supporters that were going to give you money. You know, I mean, those could be a brand. You know, they may not want you to represent them anymore,
That's
and so
right.
that could definitely have a huge effect. So, the question I have for you is: so when are we going to get this company started, this PR company?
Well, yeah, you're right. It really needs to happen. Well, my dear friend, when he passed away, it just kind of hit me kind of hard, and I just felt like, damn, you know, because he's a journalist, and he knows how to form questions. He's interviewed everybody in the world, presidents and everyone. So I wanted to have an expert like that. And I guess I just need to find another journalist to team up with, and maybe some other, a lawyer in there as well from a legal perspective, and have some seminars, and invite corporate executives, media people, even people in the media that get in trouble, like Roger Ailes and Bill O'Reilly. They've been on the other side of the microphone and camera, but when they get their shit in the in the ringer, they need to know how to respond as well. And many times the arrogance of people come out because they think they know everything.
This friend that you were going to team up with, is there? Do you have anything in writing? I mean, like recording articles
Oh,
that we might be able to go back and research and use his work and therefore also pay tribute to him?
I'm sure that there's a lot of stuff out there because he was in Chicago for what, 25 years or more?
Mm-hmm. That's
And
right.
he was in St. Louis. He's originally from St. Louis, so he had a long stint in the media there as well. But yeah, I'm sure there's written articles and what have you that he was either a part of or penned himself. So
what
yes.
what's our next step? What will be our next step here then?
Well, I'm thinking build a team. Like I said, we need to get a journalist or two. Maybe we can drag Chris Bass out of the house and get him involved. And
yes.
I think having a lawyer on the team would be good. A legal mind with some media experience, as well as some corporate contract stuff as well, would be helpful. I'm thinking, and maybe someone who's dealt in management of talent, an artist manager of some kind. So you have these different perspectives.
You have that, right? Because you just met Marcello last Wednesday.
Oh, that's true. Okay. Well, you know what?
He has a talent agency.
Okay. Well, you and I need to have a conversation. You can bring over some food, and we can sit down and talk.
Here we go with the food.
I'm a Southern boy. Everything is done over a meal. Okay?
That's why you will like Bernie Dorman, because he believes that magic happens over breaking bread.
Absolutely. I'm a horrible golf player, so I can't get deals like our president out on the golf course. Because see, my whole concept of playing golf, it should be a team sport anyway. A different player for each club. So when you need a 1-iron or a driver or a putter, you call up the putter guy. I don't want to do all that.
I never heard of it quite that way, but that's an interesting concept.
It'd be great. Then instead of having a golf cart, okay, then you have a train, like a little tram for each team. I think that'd be more fun. And, that's just, I don't know. What's up, Apollo? Good morning to you. Or good afternoon.
Good afternoon to all of you.
Thank you very
Hey,
much.
how's it going, Mike?
Hello, Chella.
Hey, Apollo, have you missed me?
I have.
I know you have.
Haven't cursed in 48 hours.
Oh, please.
God. Here we go.
Let me start the time now. So today, folks, today, we're going to talk about a subject of, it's so funny, the Apollo, cleaning supplies. I was going to tie that to potty mouth. I caught myself up.
Flush sound effect now, Lee.
Boom, ching.
I'm going to listen. Cleaning is definitely not one of my talents. So I always looking for ways that I have a clean house without much effort and something that's good for the environment. So today I'm going to share the 4 magic things that everyone should have in their household to create their own cleaning supplies. Not only is it better for the environment, but you're going to save tons of money. First ingredient is white vinegar.
Oh, yeah.
It's good for more than just windows, too.
Yeah.
Second ingredient is 20 Mule Team Borax.
Wow, I haven't heard that in a long time.
Borax.
I know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Taking it back to the old school.
For real.
We need to go back because this is magic. Truly, between the white vinegar, the borax, and a baking soda.
Yeah.
And your favorite dishwashing detergent. Those are the 4 ingredients. Between those 4 ingredients, you will be able to create and you'll be able to clean everything in your house.
My grandmother used to put that vinegar in that hot water bottle that hung in the shower.
Okay.
This is a good. No, that's really good. No, that's really good because if you don't like scrubbing the bathtub, the tile, or whatever, you can spray the vinegar on the tile or the tub or whatever, either before you take a shower or after you take a shower, and you will not have the residue build up.
Yeah, I don't think she was.
Yeah,
using it
no,
for
she
that.
she's let that one go by. But keep
Yeah,
keep
Yeah,
I
going.
know.
one, right?
You're right. Yeah. No, we're not. We're not going to go there, Apollo. But no, I mean, simple stuff like that. You know what I mean? You can
Yeah.
keep a bottle of this stuff around. And,
Mhm.
you know, again, and it's best for the environment because you're not putting all those chemicals.
Now, for people who live in areas where the water is a little hard, and I guess it's calcium buildup in like your toilet and your sink and on your shower doors. What's good to remove that calcium buildup?
20 mule team alone will do the trick.
Okay, the
You can
borax.
put borax, yes.
Hmm.
Well, I like to start with the borax because if you go to the store and want to look for borax, it's not going to do it. So the name of this stuff has been around since 1891.
I remember I was around when that first came out.
Oh, heaven. So they must be doing something right. So half a cup of this 20 mule team borax, put it in, your toilet, put it in your sink, let it sit overnight, let it sit over a couple of hours, come back, do a little scrubbing, and the buildup will be gone.
Gone. Bye bye.
Gone. It's truly, I mean, everything that I'm sharing with you here today, I've tested it, it's great.
Mhm.
Borax actually is really also good to make different activities for kids. Like you can make that goop, borax and some glue and a little bit of color and food coloring, and you can make some toys for the kiddies.
Interesting.
So there's just the purpose of this. And this thing is under $5. You can get 4 pounds of this stuff for under $5.
Wow. Can you imagine what it was like 50 years ago? I mean, you could probably buy 10 pounds for less than $4.
But it's still a great deal, right?
Oh,
If you
yeah,
think about it, because
absolutely.
vinegar is fairly inexpensive. If you go to one of those box stores, I picked up 5 gallons for under $4.
Mm-hmm.
This soap is pretty, and then your baking soda. I mean,
Right.
those are the only ingredients you'll need to keep your house clean and save tons of money.
Yeah. You remember when I was a kid, we used to get baking soda and put it in a little bottle and a little water and shake it up and put a plastic cap over it. That thing would explode. We used to make homemade bombs.
Okay, let's keep it. Let's keep it clean. We're still in the cleaning.
Oh,
We're
okay.
cleaning the house.
I'm sorry.
We're not teaching kids how to make a mess.
Yeah,
We're
you're right.
teaching them how to clean.
I'm Dennis the
Clean.
Menace. Okay, I'm sorry.
I encourage your listeners to give this a go. 20 Mule Team Borax has tons of recipes, tons of videos. We've only covered just a few. Some of them that were my favorite and easy to use, but there's so many different things you can use for your laundry. Check out their website. They have lots of different ways for you to use this amazing stuff. Keep a clean house and save tons of money, which is what this segment is about, is
Yeah.
how can you save money?
So just from the example that I asked you about how to get rid of the calcium buildup on your windows in your shower and the toilet ring and all of that, you're saying borax will do it versus going to get some Lime Away and those other expensive chemicals that you buy from Home Depot or the grocery
I
store.
like bleach. Bleach works great.
Now, does that
bleach is good.
remove it or just take away the coloring? Or is the film still there? That's my question. Or does it get rid of it completely?
Yeah, my grandmother used bleach about on everything.
Yeah.
She used to pour it down the kitchen sink to make it smell better.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, absolutely. It's great. I mean, bleach will be another alternative if you cannot get a hold of, borax, or if you cannot get a hold of one of the other ones. Bleach is also, definitely a good alternative.
Mm-hmm.
It does have some of the chemicals. That's the
But
only
don't
thing.
put bleach in your hot
it's a
water
good-
bottle now. That might not work.
Then you'll really be talking about an explosion there.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. Hot water bottle.
Well, we appreciate what you do.
Lee
need
used
to
to
use.
drink out of it.
No, I did not.
He thought it was a straw. He made margaritas in the
Goodbye,
thing.
Chella. Thank you for coming
My
in today.
pleasure. You guys. I'm going to be listening, Apollo. I'll be
Thank
on
you.
the Facebook group.
So what are we going to be eating at this meeting that we're going to have? Have you thought about the menu? That's the only thing I care about.
Oh, Lee. I
I
actually
know.
do need to make it in. I'll make it in this week.
Yes, you do.
I'm thinking. I got to tell you. I'm thinking hummus. You know, I love my hummus.
Yeah, but there's got to be more than that. We need a little substance.
You got some meat and taters.
Yeah.
Meat and taters.
Well,
I can
it
do the
doesn't
taters. I don't know that I can do the.
Well,
I'll think of something delicious.
yeah,
How about that?
we'll work on the menu. We got to get that nailed
How
down.
about if I get you out of that studio and we actually go out for lunch?
Oh.
Would that be good?
Yeah, that works. That
My
works.
my treat.
Yeah, okay. That's fine.
Wow.
You're going to pick me up in an Uber?
I will pick you up, and you know,
Uber.
I would be afraid if I was you in that case.
Wow.
Be very, very afraid.
She's a woman and she's Hispanic.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, Chella, why, let me
yes,
ask you. In Mexico, they drive on the same side of the road we do up here, right?
Correct.
I don't know why.
Sometimes-
About once a month here in North Carolina, some Hispanic person gets drunk and drives down the wrong side of the interstate. I don't understand that.
Well, he's
Does that
drunk.
happen in California too?
Of course.
Absolutely.
Why do they get on the wrong side of the road?
They're drunk.
Listen,
Well, I mean, it's always
alcohol.
Juan Suafuentes. I mean,
No.
it's never Jack Smith did it. It's always, and I mean, I'm not profiling, but I just wonder. I didn't know if they had British streets down there or something.
No.
They do not. It's a mistake, Apollo. And it's
I
so
know,
funny.
but-
You know what? I may be in your neighborhood very soon.
Really?
Wouldn't that be hilarious?
Let me
Yes.
go ahead and get a restraining order now.
I think I've seen other than Latinos driving on the wrong side of the street, Apollo.
I haven't encountered it.
No?
I'm saying here,
Okay.
it's always Hispanic. So I just wondered what it is about that.
How
If
far
it's in
are
the
you from
culture.
Charlotte?
Oh, I'm just an hour from Charlotte.
Really?
Now,
Well,
you're what?
Yep.
East of Charlotte?
I'm between Charlotte and Asheville. I'm 45 minutes from Asheville. I can be downtown Charlotte in an hour from
So
where I'm at now.
Asheville is what? Southwest?
Asheville is west of me, and Charlotte is southeast from me.
Southeast. Okay.
Yeah, Charlotte's not far from the South Carolina state line.
Okay. So are you closer to Raleigh, Durham?
Lord, no, that's 3.5 hours from here.
Okay.
I can pick up all Charlotte radio stations. I'm in the Charlotte ADI in radio.
Okay. All right. I
Yeah.
got it.
so now we're doing a little geography on the show as well. See,
Yeah, absolutely.
education, education.
Tell Kim
But
Jong Un
Apollo,
do
we
not
do
hit
it here.
this
It's-
area with any kind of missiles, please.
He can't hit his big toe with a missile.
You might have
think
some
it's all
subs already sitting out there.
Yeah.
I think it's all about the alcohol and the influence. It has nothing to do with being Hispanic or not being Hispanic.
Yeah.
Alcohol.
What did Trump, did you hear what he said over the weekend about Kim Jong Un?
Said
When he
was
said, well, he obviously is a smart guy because
Smart
he was
cookie.
able to take power of that country. I'm like, all he had to do, his father had to die. He didn't take power. I
Right.
mean, his father died and he became the next one in line. That
Yep.
didn't take any skill or tact.
not at all. Yeah, he said he was a smart cookie.
Smart cookie. He was able to assume power. All you do is get up and they say your daddy died, and you take his poster down and put yours up. That's all
it.
he did.
That's it.
Something about leaders with bad hair and little hands that just have problems. I don't know what that is.
It's-
Gentlemen, this is my exit.
Okay.
It's been delightful. We encourage your listeners to call in with their money-saving questions or tips. We're always looking to expand our audience.
Good.
Have an amazing day, and we will see you or check you out on next Monday.
Next
For sure.
Monday, 10:30, right here on the Power of Voices, Facebook and YouTube. Thank you, Chella, for your great advice. It really kind of stirred up some flashbacks for me, being the elder in the group, remembering my grandmother and mom using those exact products that you brought about this morning. So
They're
thanks.
good. They've
Thank
been
you.
around for a while, and
That's right.
they still work.
That's
They
right.
still work.
Okay.
Awesomeness. Have
Take
a
care.
wonderful day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
There you go. Chela Diaz with tips every Monday at 10:30 right here on the powervoices.com. So, Apollo, I don't know if you heard my Uber story from the weekend, but I had a crybaby last night. She was a mess. I won't go through it again. So go back and listen to the replay. But what a mess that was. Oh, well. Oh, yeah. What the heck is going on over here? My connection keeps dropping with the guys. Let me bring them back up. I think I need a new computer. I'm going to talk to the technical department. Says, I need a new computer, damn it. My name is Gumby, damn it. You guys remember that? All right, I'm bringing the two live crew back into the mix here. All right,
Here we go.
The two live crew is back.
Obviously, Chella taught you how to save money on your internet connection.
Yeah, really, right? I think it's just.
What are you on, dial-up?
No, I think it's the computer. It's needs some upgrading, or actually, probably just a new computer. It's a few years old. You know how these things are, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get a little jacked up after a while. So, the president, effective immediately, has eliminated Michelle Obama's educational, whatever the program was.
Oh, yeah, the food thing. The thing about food.
No, this is about educating little girls.
Really?
Yeah. This guy.
Well, that's because he can't rape them if they're educated.
He can't grab them. That's sick, man. I mean, the program probably costs less to run than him flying back and forth to Florida playing freaking golf. Mm-hmm. And the security for his entire family, including the dogs and the goldfish. Come on, man. Where are his priorities? When is he going to do something that's going to affect the people? His tax cuts. It's not going to help you, a small business guy. Any of the big guys is making, the big corporation guys, that's who's going to benefit from that. So when you take trillions of dollars out of the income for the government so it can operate, pay its bills, and fund the various programs that are needed, how are you going to make that work?
Well, also, he's also he's trying to undo Michelle Obama's nutritional requirements at public schools.
I'm just shaking my head, man.
Yeah, he's trying to. Yeah, he's signing legislation. You know how there were certain nutritional requirements that you had to have in your school, because her thing was childhood obesity.
Right.
So he thinks it's too much of a financial burden on the schools to have to provide nutritional meals. And I don't understand how Betsy DeVos is going to be the commencement speaker at Bethune-Cookman College, university. That makes no sense to me.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, nothing makes sense.
Nothing.
I mean, look at this whole thing with 45 and dismantling what Michelle Obama did. Now, once again, this goes against party lines. If you're just doing it for the people, then what's wrong with that? But we already know that he's anti-lady and woman anyway. I mean, he looks at sexual objects. So if we go by that mentality to destroy anything that deals with the positivity of women or women, period, he's already getting rid of it.
Yeah, he loves women if he can order them from a catalog. That's about the only way.
Yeah, order them online and things like that, sexualize them, and that's fine. But actually have a mind and a soul and a position of power. No, we can't have that.
No, and Michelle Obama's too smart. She's got 2 degrees. He can't stand her.
Exactly.
No.
Yeah.
Where did Lee go?
I'm right here. I'm just looking at the headlines here. White House.
Did you play what you call it? Nicki Minaj's brother?
Did I play him?
The guy that did the closing remarks for the correspondence dinner.
No, I didn't. You know what? I missed that. I was.
Well,
busy.
You need to play that audio. It was frickin' brilliant. I mean, it's probably one of the best I've ever heard.
This is
I'll
Mickey
send you the
Minaj's
video.
brother.
I'm gonna send you the video. No, I'm just playing. He's an Indian. His name is Man. You ain't even looked at all this booty I sent you over the weekend. You've been missing out. Usually it tells me if you've seen it. Hold on, I'm gonna send you this video.
Boy, you're a mess.
The audio is all you need. Have you heard it, Chris?
Yes, I have. That
was
guy's brilliant.
unbelievable.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
smart.
Lee, you need to play this for your listeners today who missed it. I'm
Okay.
sending. Do you want me to text it to you, or do you want me
No,
to put it on your profile?
Yeah, put it on the profile. And
All right,
pull
put it
up
on the
from there.
profile right now.
Right now.
Hang on.
Now on the profile.
Yeah,
Excuse
he
me.
gauged the audience well. They were on board. They were.
Well, at
in
first they
sync
were a
with him.
little like at first, but once they realized it's
Yeah,
gonna,
but they
it's
came
gonna-
over.
and once they realized this is the way it's going to be, then they were like, okay,
Yeah.
let's
Oh,
loosen
yeah.
up.
So what's the overall feeling about the correspondence dinner without the president? Did it matter?
Yeah, I don't understand that. I don't understand. He didn't send anybody there. None of his people went. Nobody went. I
It's
love when
classic.
he,
Yeah, I'm sorry. This is
yeah.
classic juvenile behavior that he has.
I mean, because ironically, Trump was at all the other ones when they were going to bash Obama. You know, he was at all those. Or when Obama, you know, if you go to last year and the year before, Trump was there.
Right.
But now when it's time to get on his ass,
But did
he
they
carried
bust
his
him up,
ass
though?
out. No, he had a campaign rally in
Yeah, right.
Pennsylvania.
Right. But did they talk about him?
Oh, play that, please. Please play that. It's a good 12 minutes. It'll give you time to go drain your bladder.
Drain the
But,
snake.
Yeah. But make sure you got your headphones on so you don't miss it. You better just hit the urinal and turn the camera off because you ain't gonna want to miss that.
And wait for the shake. Wait for the shake.
Yeah. Wait till you get a little shiver afterwards. You know? When I was younger, I did that. When I would pee, I would go. Whew, you get a little shiver right after. But I don't do that as I've gotten older. I don't know why.
You lost
Why
the
is that?
sense of
Did
chivalry.
you used to shiver when you peed when you were younger?
No, I don't recall doing that.
You never got a little chill right after you peed? Like,
No.
What about you, Chris?
When I was drinking, yeah.
No, I'm
That
just
sounds-
saying that when I wasn't drinking when I was 10. I was just a dry drunk when I was 10. I hadn't drank yet. I was just an irritable son of a bitch. I didn't get happy till I found liquor at 13.
Right.
Sound like you might have had a little venereal disease or something.
No, I didn't. All I've ever had is crabs. Never had any kind of
Oh, come
transmittable.
on, man! That
Swear to God, God's
you
my
had-
witness.
You had was it fried crabs or what
No,
was
they
it?
were genital lice. I had one time. Lee had them in his mustache back in the
Were
70s.
you hanging out with
Lee had 'em in his
gorillas in the
mustache.
woods? You never
And
had
that
no damn
70s porn
crab.
mustache you had.
No, never, never,
You know
never.
you did.
No, sir.
You got to stay from downtown. They
No.
done crawled in the stash on you.
No, didn't have none of that. No. Oh,
Oh,
hell
okay.
no. Hold on, I'm trying to find your thing here.
Just click it. It's on your profile.
I know, but it's running so slow, man.
It's going to take you to CBS News and just pot it up on the board.
I know how to do that, but I'm waiting for the page to come up.
I guess a man of your stature should know how to run a board by now.
Oh yeah, I've done that once or twice, 400,000 or 500,000 times. I think so.
Barry Mayo popped up on my profile with some photography that he took.
Oh,
Pretty cool pictures.
I haven't seen or heard from him in
Man.
I don't know when.
He's over in Africa and over in Europe taking pictures.
Good, keep him over there.
I like it. This guy said, keep Trump on the golf course.
That's right.
Please.
Please.
Because he can't bomb nobody on the golf course.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, he's got a cell phone that he can make those commands.
Mm-hmm.
What is going on? Jeez.
Well, you know, the Weekend Crew and I've been up there probably looking at porn on all your computers when
Yeah,
they're doing their
got it all
comedy
jacked
shows
up.
and everything.
Yeah.
So now you got to
The Weekend.
clean up behind the Weekend cheering.
Yeah. Get you a weekend sweep.
Scanning for malware. Why is it?
Malware.
Yeah. And I'm on the C.
Why is it scanning for malware? Did you click the link?
Yeah, it's now playing a stupid commercial.
Yeah, you got adware too, it sounds like.
How old are you? That baby's old enough to have its own baby.
Adware, malware,
Nowhere.
Tupperware.
Underwear. All right, I think
Here
it's
we
coming
go.
up now. Here
Pot this shit up. Turn it up, Wiz.
Thank you. Wow. Oh, my God. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the series finale of the White House Correspondents' Dinner. Oh, man. My name is Hassan Minhaj, or as I'll be known in a few weeks, number 830287. Who would have thought, with everything going on in the country right now, that a Muslim would be standing on this stage for the 9th year in a row, baby? We had 8 years of Barack. What's another year? I see you, fam. I see you, Barry. What you doing right now? You jet skiing while the world burns? That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. For those of you who don't know me, I am a correspondent on The Daily Show on Comedy Central. Now, I see some of you whispering to each other, what is Comedy Central? It's basically an internship for Netflix. I'd like to thank Jeff Mason and the White House Correspondents Association for having me. I would say it is an honor to be here, but that would be an alternative fact. It is not. No one wanted to do this. So, of course, it lands in the hands of an immigrant. It's how it always goes down. No one wanted this gig. No one. Don Rickles died just so you wouldn't ask him to do this gig, all right? R.I.P. to Don Rickles, the only Donald with skin thick enough to take a joke like that. R.I.P. to the legend. I'm sorry. That's my only Trump joke. I was explicitly told not to go after the administration. I promise you, that's my only Trump joke.
You were not told that.
Believe me. It is amazing to be surrounded by some of the greatest journalists in the world. And yet, when we all checked into the Hilton on Friday, we all got a USA Today. Every time a USA Today slides underneath my door, it's like they're saying, hey, you're not that smart, right? USA Today is what happens when the coupon section takes over the newspaper. Like, what, is this an article about global warming or 50 cents off Tide? Either way, the pictures are so pretty. Tonight is about defending the First Amendment and the free press, and I am truly honored to be here, even though all of Hollywood pulled out now that King Joffrey is president and it feels like the Red Wedding in here. For the record, the WHCA is a group of journalists who cover the White House. They are not King Joffrey's goons, so I'm so glad you guys are all here tonight to honor a great American tradition, because we all know this administration loves deleting history faster than Anthony Weiner when he hears footsteps. So thank you for being here. Okay, listen, I get it. We gotta address the elephant that's not in the room. The leader of our country is not here. And that's because he lives in Moscow. It is a very long flight. It'd be hard for Vlad to make it. Vlad can't just make it on a Saturday. It's a Saturday. As for the other guy, I think he's in Pennsylvania because he can't take a joke. Now, for the 9 people watching on C-SPAN, there also was another elephant in the room, but Donald Trump Jr. shot it and cut off its tail.
This guy's humor is so deep.
You know, a lot of people told
it.
me, Hassan, if you go after the administration, it would be petty, unfair, and childish. In other words, presidential. So here we go. I get why Donald Trump didn't want to be roasted tonight. By the looks of him, he's been roasting nonstop for the past 70 years. Yeah. Historically, the president usually performs at the Correspondents' Dinner, but I think I speak for all of us when I say he's done far too much bombing this month. Now, a lot of people in the media say that Donald Trump goes golfing too much. You guys are always like, he goes golfing too much, which raises a very important question. Why do you care? Do you want to know what he's not doing when he's golfing? Being president. Let the man putt-putt. Keep him distracted. Teach him how to play badminton. Tell him he has a great body for bobsledding. Play him tic-tac-toe. The longer you keep him distracted, the longer we're not at war with North Korea. Every time Donald Trump goes golfing, the headline should read, Trump golfing, apocalypse delayed, take the W. This is great. I love this. Even if you guys groan, I've already hired Kellyanne Conway. She's going to go on TV on Monday and tell everybody I killed. So it really doesn't matter. But I love that everybody's drinking, having a good time. This is beautiful. You know Donald Trump doesn't drink, right? Does not touch alcohol, which is oddly respectable.
Watch this.
But think about that. That means every statement, every interview, every tweet, completely sober. How is that possible? We've all had that excuse, haven't we? Be like, I said what? No, listen, babe, I swear to you, I was hammered. That's not who I really am. What does Donald Trump tell Melania? Listen, babe, last year on that bus with Billy Bush, that's exactly who I am.
He killed it.
He tweets at 3 a.m. sober. Who is tweeting at 3 a.m. sober? Donald Trump, because it's 10 a.m. in Russia. Those are business hours. You know, now that a professional wrestler is our president, anything is possible. You know that statement, anything is possible, used to have a positive connotation? Anything is possible. Now we're all like, anything is possible.
Bullshit.
Anything. The news coming out of the White House is so stressful. I've been watching House of Cards just to relax. I'm just like, oh man, a congressman pushed a journalist in front of a moving train? That's quaint.
She was fun, too.
Now, it's not just the president who decided not to show up. His entire administration is not here. Betsy DeVos couldn't be here. She's busy curating her collection of children's tears. Now, a lot of people think Betsy DeVos is out of touch with working class America, but you listen to me and you listen to me right now, okay? Every morning, Betsy DeVos is up at 5 a.m. putting her children on their flight to school. So don't you tell me she's out of touch, okay? Hey, has anyone seen Rick Perry since he became energy secretary? I have a feeling he's sitting in a room full of plutonium waiting to become Spider-Man. That's just my hunch. Now, a lot of people think Steve Bannon is the reason Donald Trump dog whistles to racists. And that is just not true. Ask Steve Bannon. Is Steve Bannon here? I do not see Steve Bannon. I do not see Steve Bannon. Not see Steve Bannon. Not see Steve Bannon. Not see Steve Bannon. Frederick Douglass isn't here, and that's because he's dead. Someone please tell the president.
This guy's brilliant.
He is.
Mike Pence wanted to be here tonight, but his wife wouldn't let him because apparently one of you ladies is ovulating. So, good job, ladies. Because of you, we couldn't hang out with Mike Pence. Now, Ivanka Trump isn't here either, and I wish she was. Because if she was here, I would ask her the question that we're all thinking. Why? Why do you support this man? Because I get it. We all love our parents. But we wouldn't endorse them for president. Like if someone's like, hey, Hassan, should your dad be president of the United States? I'd be like, my dad? Najmi Minaj? The guy who tries to return used underwear to Costco? No! Jeff Sessions couldn't be here tonight. He was busy doing a pre-Civil War reenactment.
Jump to the head.
On his RSVP, he just wrote no, just no, which happens to be his second favorite N-word. You know, even Hillary Clinton couldn't be here tonight. Hillary Clinton she could have been here, but I think someone told her that the event was in Wisconsin and Michigan, so. What? What? You guys.
Damn.
You know, Nate Silver told me that joke would kill. Nate Silver told me there was a 74.1% chance of that joke killing. I believed you, Nate. Did you hear that groan, Nate? Can't believe I believed you, man. Okay, enough about House Slytherin. We are here to talk about the truth. It is 2017, and we are living in the golden age of lying. Now's the time to be a liar, and Donald Trump is liar in chief. And remember, you guys are public enemy number one. You are his biggest enemy. Journalists, ISIS, normal length ties. And somehow, you're the bad guys. That's why you got to keep your foot on the gas, especially with Sean Spicer, who is not here tonight because I think he's at home Googling how to fake his own death. But I love it when you give it to Sean Spicer. Sean Spicer gives press briefings like someone is going through his browser history while he watches. Just panic, like, no, wait, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop shaking your head, stop shaking your head, stop shaking your head. We'll talk about this tomorrow. It is the best. Now, you guys are laughing, but realize Sean Spicer's been doing PR since 1999. He has been doing his job for 18 years, and somehow, after 18 years, his go-to move when you ask him a tough question is denying the Holocaust. That is insane. How many people do you know that can turn a press briefing into a full-on Mel Gibson traffic stop? Only the Spice Man. Only the Spice Man. You know what's crazy? Every day on The Daily Show, we do these jokes all the time. We're like, the administration lies, Trump flip-flops. It doesn't matter. His supporters still trust him. It has not stopped his momentum at all. It's almost as if The Daily Show should be on C-SPAN. It has left zero impact.
That's two jokes on C-SPAN.
It's true. And I realized something. Maybe it's because we're living in this strange time where trust is more important than truth. And supporters of President Trump trust him. And I know journalists, you guys are definitely trying to do good work. I just think that a lot of people don't trust you right now. And can you blame them? I mean, unlike Anderson Cooper's bone structure, you guys have been far from perfect. Remember election night? I mean, that was your Steve Harvey Miss Universe moment. The look on your faces at 11 p.m. on election night, it was like walking into a Panera Bread and finding out your 6th grade teacher has a part-time job there. I was like, what? Mr. Leddington? I guess you don't have all the answers. Because it was all fun and games with Obama, right? You were covering an adult who could speak English, and now you're covering President Trump, so you got to take your game to a whole new level. It's like if a bunch of stripper cops had to solve a real-life murder.
Damn.
Fox News is here. I'm amazed you guys even showed up. How are you here in public? It's hard to trust you guys when you backed a man like Bill O'Reilly for years, but it finally happened. Bill O'Reilly has been fired. But then you gave him a $25 million severance package, making it the only package he won't force a woman to touch. Now, in O'Reilly's defense, he was told by a close friend, when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything. You guys are having a hard time with Jesse Waters right now, too. He's on a break right now, right? He's on a break. Just like my childhood dog is staying at a farm upstate. I get it. I know that move. Now, I know some of you are wondering, Hassan, How do you know so much about Fox News? Well, as a Muslim, I like to watch Fox News for the same reason I like to play Call of Duty. Sometimes I like to turn my brain off and watch strangers insult my family and heritage.
Was that it?
60 votes in the Senate.
Yeah.
We couldn't have our entire way on this, but
I'm not going to listen to Spicer. It ain't going to happen. So what'd you guys think? Oh, wait a minute.
Jeez.
Okay. I thought he was funny.
He's great.
He
Great
may have
observation
been-
Lee, it's
skills.
still going. Why did you stop it? That wasn't the end of it.
I didn't stop it. It just went to Spicer.
No,
I didn't touch
the brilliant stuff is still coming.
I didn't touch it, dog. It just
You did something.
no. I was sitting here laughing just like you.
Oh, well, hell. You didn't even get to the good part.
No, I didn't touch it, dog. For real.
Let's see.
Let's see. What was that called? See what it's
Correspondent. What's his name?
hit the back button
Yeah.
and see what happens. I didn't touch it.
And drag it forward. Why did Sean Spicer pop up?
I don't know. It's coming from the
me see here.
CBSN.
Yeah, it didn't stop. It shouldn't have stopped. Hang on.
know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I thought the guy was.
Oh, wait a minute.
brilliant.
Maybe
He
it
was very-
did. Let's see.
Yeah, I think they might have cut it though.
Oh, it did stop there, I guess.
Yeah.
They stopped it.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know why. They edited it down.
Yeah.
Well, that sucks ass. Let's see.
You gotta find another
me find-
version of it.
Yeah, let me find the end, the part you didn't get to see. Yeah, the brilliant stuff was at the end. Hold on.
Well, but no, I thought the guy was funny. I'd never heard of him before.
Oh, he's great. Let me see. Minaj. Let me get correspondent.
Nicki Minaj's brother.
That's what he says. Hold on. Let me just do that and go
too
for
funny.
video.
Now, this guy was fast, quick, and I think the only thing that I
Okay, here's the full thing. Hold on. I'm gonna send you this. Let's
Okay.
see. CNN had the full thing, and then you'll have to drag it. Let's see.
either that or the correspondence folks there were not drunk enough to
Okay, hold on.
get
Yeah.
some of his jokes.
You have to go here and drag it into about. Hold on, I'll tell you. You'll drag it into about 15 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to send you this link and drag it up to about 15. Drag it up to about 15. I'm going to send you a new link so
Okay.
we can hear the end. All right, yeah, pull it up to about 15 minutes once it starts.
You're sending it through the Facebook Messenger? Okay.
Yeah, you should have it there. I'll delete the other one since it's a piece of shit. Yeah, click the CNN one, drag it up to about 15 minutes in,
Okay.
and you'll get the last part of it.
All righty.
Yeah. Yeah, they clipped the last 8 minutes off for some reason.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe Trump threatened them with an FCC audit or something.
Nothing would surprise me with this guy.
I just realized the other day, he talks like Rain Man when he talks. Definitely good, great, definitely big, major, bigly.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely good driver.
Mm-hmm.
I can't drive anymore. Drive me around. I have to watch Wapner in the limousine.
Drive me crazy. That's all he's doing. All right. Damn it.
Executive orders. Definitely good. Definitely sign them. Sign more in my first 100 days than any other president in history.
And yeah, exactly.
Even though I said that's Obama all he knew how to do, but I've outsigned him already.
I don't know why this computer is so slow. And I don't have anything. open but
Definitely
Facebook.
slow. Who just called me? Let's see. Somebody just called me. I don't know who it was.
It's a money call.
803. Oh, that's B Pizzle. B Pays, I think. Oh, yeah, it's the first of the month. He's ready to send me a bunch of reads for his station, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Ah, Lord.
I don't know why this thing is so slow, man. This is dreadful. And I probably have to go through another damn commercial.
That'll be a 15-second joint. A 15-second joint.
For only $9.95.
Said 1995 to Purple Kush plus $3 shipping and handling.
This browser does not allow you to watch this video. What? Update your browser. I'm on Firefox.
Well, I'll be damned.
Goodness gracious.
What are you on, Firefox? Open it on a different browser.
Yeah.
Twiggy.
Twiggy got to be 80 years old now, huh? You remember Twiggy?
Yep.
I never understood the fascination with her.
Today's Tony Gray's birthday.
Oh, really? Happy birthday,
Jiminy Cricket turns, how old is he today?
Jiminy Cricket. You lucky you're not in Chicago. He'd probably whip your butt.
Shit, Tony weighs 60 pounds. I could pick him up and carry him around the house.
Exactly.
Tony. He always got that little brim on, don't he? Does he have hair up under there?
Nobody knows.
I've never seen him with his. He probably sleeps with that hat on.
Nobody knows. There's no pictures.
I've never seen a picture of him without his hat on.
Never.
I always get that little brim, the little glasses. All he needs is a cane. He could be the Planter's Peanut Man.
Listen, the next time you see him, take him out.
Knock it off his head.
No. Take him to dinner, but pay the doorman or whatever $20 to make him take his hat off. Say, sir, there are no hats in the establishment.
I can't take him to McDonald's then, that's for sure.
No. That would be hilarious.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure he has to take it off at the airport. They won't let you wear that through customs.
Really?
I mean, through with the,
yeah.
What do you call
A
it?
hat on?
They got to check it make sure you ain't got no C4 in your hat.
Now's the time to be a liar. And Donald Trump is liar.
Yeah, drag it up to
chief.
15.
And remember,
15 minutes? Okay.
Yeah, drag it up to right around 15. That's about where we cut out on the
he's
other.
on a break right now, right?
Pot it up good and loud.
He's on a break. Just like
There
my
you go.
childhood
That's about-
dog is staying at a farm upstate.
That's about
I
where it
get
went out.
it. I know that move. Now, I know some of you are wondering, Hassan, how do you know so much about Fox News? Well, as a Muslim, I like to watch Fox News for the same reason I like to play Call of Duty. Sometimes I like to turn my brain off and watch strangers insult my family and heritage. MSNBC is here tonight, and I'm glad you guys are here tonight. That way, if I'm bombing, Brian Williams will describe it as stunning. MSNBC, it's hard to trust you guys when you send us so many mixed messages. On one hand, you tell us the prison industrial complex is the problem, and then you air 5 straight hours of lockup.
Good one.
You can't be mad at corporations profiting off of minorities in prison when you're a corporation profiting off of minorities in prison. It's like...
Come on, be preaching now.
Right.
I have one quick request. MSNBC, please tell Rachel Maddow to chill about Trump's tax returns. I don't know what you think you'll find in there, but there isn't going to be a line item that just says bribes from Russia. That's not how it works. You're going to be like, oh, I found the 1040 USSR. It doesn't work like that. You're the liberal news outlet. Like, we dress the same. I look like a melanin version of Chris Hayes. I want to root for you guys, but you're turning into conspiracy theorists every night. You're like, the Russians hacked our elections. The Russians hacked our elections. Meanwhile, everybody in Latin America and the Middle East is like, oh, a foreign government tampered with your elections? What is that like? Dude, tell MSNBC. Wow. Just pump the brakes. We're only on day 100. By the end of the year, you guys all going to have tinfoil hats and jars of urine all over your desks. Now, I had a lot more MSNBC jokes, but I don't want to just ramble on. Otherwise, I might get a show on MSNBC. Last but not least, my favorite entertainment channel is in the building tonight. CNN is here, baby. Now, you guys got some really weird trust issues going on with the public. I'm not going to call you fake news, but everything isn't breaking news. You can't go to DEF CON 1 just because Sanjay Gupta found a new moisturizer. Every time a story breaks, you guys go to 9 screens, 9 boxes on the screen. I'm trying to watch the news, not pick a player in Street Fighter. It's giving me anxiety. If you have 9 experts on a panel, what is your barrier of entry? Here to talk about transportation infrastructure is my Uber driver, Gary. Gary, what do you got? It just says Gary, 4.8 stars. He's like, I don't know. I got a mint. Thanks, Gary. Let's go to the countdown clock to the next countdown clock. All you guys do is stoke up conflict. Don, every time I watch your show, it feels like I'm watching a reality TV show. CNN Tonight should just be called, wait a second, now hold on, stop yelling at each other with Don Lemon.
That's a good one.
You know your news, right? Come on. But every time I watch CNN, it feels like you're assigning me homework. Is Trump a Russian spy? I don't know. You tell me. Tweet us at AC360. No, you tell me. I'm watching the news. But it feels like I'm watching CNN watch the news.
Boy, he's on point. He's killing it.
Watch him get
Just
Wolf
take an
Blitzer.
hour. Figure out what you want to say, then go on the air. But whenever I turn you guys on, it feels like a little kid just ran into the room and is trying to tell you a story. You're just like, there's a wall. It's a 1.4 billion. 1.4 billion. Paul Ryan. Breathe. Take a minute. Drink some milk. Then tell us the story, Wolf.
Wolf?
Wolf didn't like that.
I know I'm busting balls. I don't have a solution on how to win back trust. I don't. But in the age of Trump, I know that you guys have to be more perfect now more than ever. Because you are how the president gets his news. Not from advisors, not from experts, not from intelligence agencies, you guys. So that's why you gotta be on your A game. You gotta be twice as good. You can't make any mistakes. Because when one of you messes up, he blames your entire group. And now you know what it feels like to be a minority. And I can see some of you guys complaining, like, what? I gotta work twice as hard for half the credit? Remember, you're a minority. You guys got a lot more experience than me, but I got 3 decades of being brown. So if you want to survive the age of Trump, you gotta think like a minority. And now that you're a minority, oh man, everyone is gonna expect you to be the mouthpiece for the entire group. So I hate to say it, but somewhere right now, all of you are being represented by Geraldo Rivera. See, now that you're a truly minority, there's a distorted version of you out there. You know, Taco Bell for Mexican culture, Panda Express for Chinese culture, Huffington Post for journalism. And then, when you actually manage to do great work, you get hit with the most condescending line in the English language. Hey, you're actually one of the good ones. Then you have to smile and say thank you. Kind of sucks, doesn't it? By the way, you guys aren't really minorities, you guys are super white. But I can see MSNBC being like, we got our minority card. No. But your work is invaluable. And I mean that as a fake journalist. I am rooting for you. We're 100 days in, 1,360 days to go. You guys are running the marathon, and I'm at the half-mile mark giving you tape for your nipples. So I'm wishing you nothing but the best. You chafed, Van? You look chafed? It's a long way to go. This has been one of the strangest events I have ever done in my life. I'll be honest with you. Like, I feel like I'm a tribute in the Hunger Games. Like, if this goes poorly, Steve Bannon gets to eat me. But I was asked to not roast the president and the administration in their absentia. And I completely understand that. We are in a very strange situation where there's a very combative relationship between the press and the president. But now that you guys are minorities, just for this moment, you might understand the position I was in. And it's the same position a lot of minority kids feel in this country. And it's, you know, do I come up here and just try to fit in and not ruffle any feathers? Or do I say how I really feel? Because this event is about celebrating the First Amendment and free speech. Free speech is the foundation of an open and liberal democracy. From college campuses to the White House. Only in America can a first-generation Indian American Muslim kid get on this stage and make fun of the president. The orange man behind the Muslim ban. And it's a sign to the rest of the world. It's this amazing tradition that shows the entire world that even the president is not beyond the reach of the First Amendment.
Amen.
Come on with it now. Talk that shit.
But the president didn't show up because Donald Trump doesn't care about free speech. The man who tweets everything that enters his head refuses to acknowledge the amendment that allows him to do it. Think about it. It's almost, what is it, 11? It's 11 p.m. right now. In 4 hours, Donald Trump will be tweeting about how bad Nicki Minaj bombed at this dinner. And he'll be doing it completely sober. And that's his right. And I'm proud that all of us are here tonight to defend that right, even if the man in the White House never would. So I'd like to thank the White House Correspondents Association for having me here. I want to thank all of you. I want to thank Woodward and Bernstein for inspiring a generation of journalists. And I would like to thank Donald Trump for inspiring the next. Thank you so much. It's been an honor. Good night. I love you. Thank you.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, they stand up there. He gets a
Yes.
standing ovation.
Yeah, he did. Yep,
Yeah,
that's
he did.
good. That's good stuff.
That's great stuff.
I thought you'd enjoy that.
But you know, it's stuff like that that brings truth out, and allows you to laugh at yourself. You know, what I mean by that is, what he was talking about is some real life stuff that we're all Americans are going through, and the rest of the world is watching us, and they're forming opinions about this country based on our leadership or not.
Yeah.
So this is
Yeah.
a very critical time in our history. And the history is being written every day.
And the rest of the world is looking over here, and it's kind of like,
Yeah.
how did the drunk, alcoholic, mentally ill uncle get custody of his children?
Yeah, really.
You know, what happened? I mean, they should be praying for us in Europe right now.
Yeah.
Like, man, the crazy schizophrenic uncle won custody somehow.
Yeah, it's scary.
Yeah.
You know, I
It
don't
is
think
scary. I mean,
I have not had one person in my Uber Lyft car that thinks that this guy is sane.
Oh, you ain't drove in North Carolina yet, because there's some fools out here.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Lord Jesus.
And I'll take him for a ride.
Yeah, I will too, to the lake.
Now, what about this guy? You weren't here when we talked about this briefly. He's just been picked by the Chicago Bears, and when the sports reporter asked him what he was going to do with this newfound money for being, picked to join the team out of college.
Mhm.
He said he's going to buy an AK. What is it? Not AK, but
An AR-14,
AR-15.
Yeah,
Yeah.
AR-15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what's wrong with these kids, man? This guy's
The NRA
24?
probably paid him to say that, I'm sure.
How disgusting.
Yeah,
even
I know.
even if it's true, you don't say that. I mean, what's the value? What's the point?
Well, if we go to war with North Korea, he should go first, along with the rest of these rednecks with their AR-14s and their flags, taking pictures. The flag waving, Trump loving supporters need to go in the front lines.
They ain't gonna do it.
Y'all want to pull your gun out and wave your flag? Get the hell on! Come on.
That's right.
Show me what you're really made of.
Going out there and get your gun practice on.
Yeah.
You wanna
You
kill
want to holler
something?
about guns and glory and all that, wave your flag. But I don't know. I was in church Sunday. I don't think Jesus would want me to take a gun and go to North Korea and kill people. I just don't think that's in that book anywhere. Y'all want to tell me to do what Jesus would do with your bumper sticker, but you don't want to do it. Most of them, we got to show the world we got some balls. Okay, where did it say balls? Right under Peter? You might have some balls under you, Peter, but it don't say it in the book of Peter.
Yeah, it's we see, we talk about the first 100 days of the presidency, the first 100 days and stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, when you have former presidents who cannot control what happens, like we go back to Ronald Reagan, he gets shot. And you go back to say Bill Clinton, excuse me, he goes through the don't ask, don't tell policy in the first 100 days. So every president has their thing. Even go back in history with FDR, in his first 100 days, he was able to get everybody out of depression. So once again, every president is different, but this dude, I just nothing compassionate about him whatsoever. It's not about the people. It's for himself and his family and his businesses.
I want to know when we're going to impeach this guy.
Yeah,
Just on something as basic as conflict of interest.
Yeah, I don't know when it's going to happen. I think you're going to see people gravitate to that in midterm. It's going to. I think a lot of Republicans are going to have to distance themselves from him, because you even see it at these when they go home for these town hall meetings. Mm-hmm. Some people aren't even having them because they don't want to have to answer questions about it.
That's right.
So when they have to go out and campaign for re-election, they really gonna catch it.
Yep.
But let me ask you, Lee, because and this is a question. It's one of these epiphanies I had, and I'm not trying to get off, but we were just talking about. I asked my, and I haven't asked the past. I asked a deacon. I was sitting in church like 2 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. I'm flipping through the Bible, and so I'm kind of new at getting back in that. But I had one of the, if you go to the Middle East,
yeah,
and especially the area of Israel and that whole biblical area, you go through the phone book.
Yeah.
And if you did that in the past 2,000 years, I don't think you'll find anybody named Matthew, Mark, John, Timothy, Peter. And I'm like, why are these books named after white men?
Well, because
can you
that's
help
who
me
wrote
understand that? Do you know?
Because that's who wrote it.
Who wrote it?
A white man.
So the New Testament, I mean, they weren't people. They say they were people that walked with him. I've never met a Matthew from Israel, or a Peter, or a Timothy, or a James, or a John.
No, you won't.
So were they translations? If Matthew's real name was Mubarak, why isn't it the Book of Mubarak? Why did we whiten it up? Like that picture of Chris Christopherson that kind of looks like Chris Christopherson that they say was Jesus, that they hang in their house.
Well,
they have these questions.
And that's a good question.
Why did we whitewash our religion?
Because that's who wrote the book.
Yeah, you're talking about King James.
Yeah, all of
or
them.
his people. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just,
if nobody else.
The conquerors of men are the writers of history. I guess that's true.
That's right.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm like, why do we call these books, English names?
Well, that's who wrote it. And
And
that's
the same clan that will the same clansman that will use biblical scripture and call that guy that just spoke a sand nigger don't want to admit that Jesus was too.
but that's different.
It's similar. They've got a white picture hanging in their house. They
Of
must think
course.
Jesus is from St. Louis or something.
Well, but see, that's the whole thing. You know, any greatness has to be whitewashed. It's got to. It's got to be that.
That's
in that
disturbing to
image.
me. That disturbs me.
Well, you know, it is disturbing. It is disturbing that things exist that way, and that's why so many.
Give it to me
people
raw
don't-
and real. Don't clean it up. Give me the Book of Enoch too. Let me have that back.
Yeah. Well, good luck.
Well, you can get it. They just ain't gonna put it in the Bible.
Right.
All right. Well, it's
Anyway.
it was just like the three of us right now talking. So if I tell you, Apollo, a story, I'll tell you my version to your version. And by the time you tell Lee, it's already changed.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So that's how it's been with the Bible, because of course it's been, whitewashed, because as Lee said, those people who wrote it and those people who give you the message as they see it. And sometimes, you need the message, like before, there's nothing wrong with the truth. It goes back to the old Jack Nicholson line, can you handle the truth? You can't handle it.
Right.
Like, for example, I was having a conversation with a younger person. I was telling about Malcolm X. Now, Malcolm X, for those of you who know, when he was silenced for 90 days, for 3 months, during this time, he was a spiritual advisor to a young Cassius Clay going for the championship. And he went to Miami to help him train from a spiritual perspective. And he was the one that was supposed to get him to the Nation of Islam, which he did, but they took Muhammad Ali and not Malcolm X, and that's how the whole thing went down. Unfortunately, Malcolm X was assassinated. The next person to carry that mantle, and people don't talk about that, really was Muhammad Ali. Ali went to university and colleges to get paid. This is when he wasn't boxing, and spoke to all these university students about the Nation of Islam, the message of the black man, the Bible not being a true Bible, and the comparison to the Quran. So that type of message that Malcolm X had forged into him, he carried it on for a long time.
Right.
And the message has to be solidified from the messenger. And people right to this day, I think, from a historical standpoint, when you're somebody like a Muhammad Ali, when you transcend the sport and become something altogether different, you become legendary, which of course Ali had become.
That's right.
And we listen to his messages from his university times of speaking, is very powerful. And it's, right to this day, I think we need it more than ever, because not only was he a boxer, but the man was a global fixture in the world.
Who do we
and
have
we-
now that's capable of doing that, though? That's my
I don't
question.
see anybody at all.
Obviously, ain't Al Sharpton or Benjamin Crump, or it's
I
not
don't-
these
I don't
guys
count- I
I'm
don't
seeing
count
at
them.
these. No, I know.
Yeah.
Somebody had posted a picture of them. I'm like an ambulance chaser and what did I call it? I called one of them an ambulance chaser and the other one pulpit pimp, I think, or something. I can't remember. But I mean, it's who do we have? Who do we have? Bill Cosby started having a voice, and then they tore his ass down.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, the thing about Bill Cosby is that there was a recent article, maybe about a few weeks ago, they wanted to ban his children's books in some libraries because of what's happening to him with his personal life. And this is when you're going too far, because here's the thing. Despite what you feel about him and his sexual misgivings or whatever with ladies, his thing when it comes to children has always been from a place, I think, of a place of heart and genuineness. Because the Little Bill series, for example, was based off his son. And his son, as a kid, will always go up to people and say, "Hi, friend," which became the motto for not only the book series, but the television series and animation. And it was very, because everybody related to the Bill character, the Little Bill, and it actually worked to people from no matter what race they were. It dealt with a child who wants to find his way in the world, and any child can relate to that. And despite what you feel about Bill Cosby, look, here's a guy who was doing the electric company for PBS back in the day. That was part of his doctorate
Did
thesis.
Bill do Electric Company?
Yes, he did.
I remember Morgan on there. I don't remember Bill.
It was right, go back and check it out. Morgan Freeman, Rita Moreno, and Bill Cosby.
I knew he did picture pages, and
Right.
I don't remember him on Electric Company.
Go back and check it. He's on.
I mean, you could be right.
Oh yeah, I know I'm right. No, I remember watching it. He was on it.
Okay, I ain't denying it. I'm looking it up
Oh
now.
no, yeah, check it out. And he used it as his doctorate thesis for his thesis about children and children's education. And that's and the birth of that was the whole Fat Albert series.
Mm-hmm. Hey, not today.
Gotta
Hang on, let's see.
AK.
Let's see. No, that's a AR-4. Let's see. Here we go. Well, Chris taught me some shit today. Let's see. This company, created by Paul Dooley and directed by Bob Schwartz. Let's see. Where's Bill Cosby? All right. The original cast included Morgan Freeman, Rita Moreno. Is that right?
That's right.
Bill Cosby, Judy Grobart. I don't know what that is. And I'll admit that instead of Sean Spicering right over top of that name. Lee Chamberlain and Skip Hennett. Ken Roberts, soap opera announcer. Okay, you were right. I don't know how I didn't see him on there. Maybe I did, and it just went right over my, because he was on so much children's stuff.
He was. That's right.
So maybe I just assumed that. I don't know. I remember the Easy Reader. Morgan Freeman was the Easy Reader.
That's right. He sure was.
Remember when they do like walking. They'd have the half the syllable come out of their mouth. It'd be like
a silhouette from each side of the screen.
Yeah,
right.
That's right. Yeah, that was cool.
How about I read a couple of comments here from earlier when we were talking about the young sports player that just joined the Chicago Bears.
Mm-hmm.
And while being interviewed, he said the first thing he was going to buy with his newfound money is AR-15 or 14 or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Jesse Terrero, who's on at 5 p.m. Monday through Thursday here on the Power of Voices, chimed in. He says, you cannot train the dumb out of people. They are not stupid. Stupid is something that can be fixed. Dumb is clinical. Okay. Then he goes on.
Yeah, that's right.
He commented on the pop-up stores. He's not a big fan of it. He thinks they're filthy, dirty, and all that.
Pop-up store.
Yeah. You never heard of that?
What is a pop-up store?
A pop-up store generally will occupy an empty retail space or storefront for a short period of time. Sell whatever
What do
it
they
is.
sell then?
Well, it could be anything. It could be clothes. It could be jewelry. It could be whatever. Just, stuff.
Is it usually a front for a drug operation?
I don't know about that. But, and there are good prices on it. I've only been to one in my life, and that was about 8 months ago.
Are they, do they just stay there for a little while and then they go?
Yeah. That's why they call them pop-ups. They pop up and go.
I got you.
Yeah. So he goes on and says mainstream pro sports, NFL, Major League Baseball, and NBA, are all a waste of time. Well, I guess that depends on your perspective. What's wrong with an AR-15? Get an AK-47 as well. I own lots of them, and weapons and ammo.
So if somebody walks in your house at 3 a.m, and what good is all those guns going to do? You just need one.
Well,
maybe somebody breaks in and gets your AR-14 before you can get to it.
Yeah.
Or get your AK-47 before you can get to it. I had a friend that was a lieutenant with the sheriff's department, and he said, honestly, when people break in your house at 3 a.m, by the time you get up and it's dark and you get your gun, usually you end up doing more harm or shoot a family member. Statistically, you end up hurting someone or hurting yourself more so than shooting the person because you're disoriented and you're not trained mentally to be able to perform like that.
Absolutely.
But I do keep a pistol in my nightstand, so just in case.
Yeah, he said, I just brought an AR-15 and another Glock 21. But
is this a European, an American of European descent?
Yeah.
Yeah. How did I know that?
So he goes on, but Jesse is one of those kind of guys that believes that the world's going to come to the end. He's got a underground
gas
bunker
masks and dehydrated
he's got enough
food
for 21
and a 2-inch penis.
and 21 years. I don't know about all that, but so he's of that mindset, and I understand that. And to each his own. That's my position on that. If that's how you want to live, great, go for it. I think that some people go overboard in the whole idea of protecting yourself and your family. Now, if you want to have a gun or 2 or 3 or 4, fine. But do you need an arsenal? What are you that paranoid about? And more importantly, if you've got all of that artillery, I'll call it, do you think that somebody else can't have more?
Yeah, and it's always these it's conservative Republican Christians who have all these guns.
Yeah.
And you're living in fear. Why don't you lean on God a little bit and say, God, I'm going to pray that you're going to protect me today so that I can go live happy, joyous, and free for the next however long I'm awake, and I'm going to put some trust in you. And it seems like you're so imprisoned if you have to live like that. If you have to live with weapons around you at all times, you're living in some type of delusional false fear.
Exactly. And if you're living in an area in town or wherever you are, and you feel that you need all of this artillery to protect yourself,
you got to move.
That's my point. Exactly.
Get the hell out of Compton, Jesse T. What you doing in Compton?
We got somebody on the line here. Welcome to the show. Hello? No, they dropped.
Oh. Hello.
So, but I agree with you, and I've said that a number of times to friends who are, deep in the space of paranoia. Maybe it's just time to move. And by the time,
it's always the evangelical right that's got all these guns. I'm like, are you right with God? Because are you scared of dying? Mm-hmm. What are you scared? If they drop a nuke, I don't want to be the only one left. If all my loved ones are going to go, I might as well go with them.
I agree.
But I'm not going to live in fear. I put on the armor of God every day. I talk to God every morning when I go out. And I know that everything ain't God's will in this world. But I think if I go out of here with a godly mindset, I'm not even going to put myself in a position to where I'm going to be at risk anyway, because I'm not going to be in a place or a location that could be unsafe. Now, when I was younger and crazy and intoxicated, I'd go anywhere because I was a damn fool. Mm-hmm. But today, religion is toxic. God is intoxicating. Now try that.
Mm. Yeah. Welcome to the Lee Michaels Show.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Speaking of the Lord.
A dark Lord.
What you just said is very true, and in self-defense itself, you don't want trouble, you don't go where it is.
That's right.
That's plain and simple.
And that's how it stays away from you. But I also heard you all talking a little bit about the man Bill. And as you all know, that Bill Cosby may have did some of the stuff, but he did not do all of it. But they silenced him for the election.
For what?
The election.
He was running for president?
No, he was the strongest black voice we knew of. And they shut you, like you said, they shut him up.
He's stronger than Oprah?
Yeah, he was.
I think to a certain demographic, he may have had the ability to influence, some people that are 55 plus. And I think,
yeah, but they're going to vote Democrat anyway.
Well, yeah, but it's always good to pander to the base.
I promise you, some white boy with a rebel flag hanging off his trailer was not going to vote for Hillary if Bill Cosby told him to.
Oh, no question. No question about that.
Oh, no. Never would have.
No.
Lee, there's a guy in town here who owns a car lot, and he has Confederate flags on his flagpole, and he sells them. And when I go by there every day, I'm thinking, you're an idiot because you have just cut your potential customer base totally in half.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to think of how I can burn that damn flagpole down one night. Or get a hacksaw and cut it down or something.
No, what you got to do is get your pickup truck, go out there and throw a chain around it, and pull that
It might
sucker down.
might tear my damn bed off the back of it.
That's
What I do, I had these NAACP bumper stickers that I picked up some years ago, and I would go through the Walmart parking lot and stick them on trucks with Confederate flags on them.
that's too funny.
That was fun.
You know they were looking
And
for you.
Obama stickers, I stick those on
damn.
trucks too.
That's funny. They'd drive around not knowing why people.
Not knowing. They'd be like, Bubba, what you got that boy's sticker on your car for?
What you talking about?
You
Jim
got
Bob?
an Obama sticker under the flag.
Oh hell no! That's some bullshit.
By God, it ain't neither.
I never put nothing like that on the back of my people.
We're gonna revoke your NRA membership.
Well, I ain't paid for the damn thing no way, so I don't care. But I gotta get this damn sticker off, and it's stuck like hell.
Well, yeah, stuck like the wheels on your house, ain't it?
All right, you're gonna have all the rednecks mad at us now. I'm gonna send them to your address.
I doubt that's our P1s or rednecks.
But see, you can get away with it. You can say, "I was just kidding. I'm a white guy like you."
No, you know they hate me more than they hate you.
You're probably right.
Klansmen hate so-called, as they would call me, a nigger lover more than they hate black people. Mm-hmm. That's true.
Yeah,
Because I'm a treasonous to the race. They think.
yeah. What's
Yep.
this guy's name on CNN? It's a black guy. He's a comedian. And he does this show, and he was interviewing a member of the Ku Klux Klan on his show last night. And
I don't know.
he was saying, well, we're a new Klan. We don't hate black people. We just love white people. we love ourselves, and, we're Christians. And we're just about the elevating white people. And I went,
We've only run the world forever.
right.
So we think we need to
It's
continue
funny.
to do that.
Listen. There are white people in my family. There are black folks in my family. So I love everybody. I ain't mad at nobody.
I got a bronze family. I'm the only white boy in my lineage. All my daughters are mixed, and all my wives are. I say that's a damn lie. I dated a white girl in 2000 when I was down in Louisiana.
Wow. One time, huh?
But I'm not I'm not closed-minded to it because now these white girls' asses is getting big and their hips is looking good. I'm like, well, I've been sleeping on them or something happened.
Something
about
happened.
the last 15 years. 'Cause
Yes, sir.
Good googly muggly,
Come
it's
out
great
of the
to say.
farms.
Most of them come out of
Must
the
be
farm.
them. Must be that Purdue chicken they eating or something. But
Whatever it is, it's happening.
you know,
I'm going to start taking pictures when I'm out there doing the Uber. And,
you already have. You sent me something last
Well,
week.
yeah, but that was just one. But, man,
Just one.
just one.
Lee sent me some upskirt pictures he
I
took of
did
someone.
We got a camera on your shoe.
He got a camera on the toe of his shoe.
The toe of
Looks
his
like
shoe, look up.
Looks
Right.
like a button. He got some on the escalator in the mall. And,
He's so stupid.
Did you get some shaven or unshaven?
Nah, I don't know. I didn't do that.
she had on panties, silk panties. No, he didn't do
Hey,
that.
gentlemen, I would like to
Don't
make
y'all
a-
believe that about
I
Uncle
want to
Lee
make a
now.
comment
Yeah, I
on
thought
you all
maybe
talked
saw some
about
pictures of
religion and how
the lady
how
went,
it ain't black
commando.
Christianity.
Wait a minute. We got two different conversations going on here.
Okay, let me stop. Go ahead.
Our Lord was talking. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Lord.
You were talking about religion and how they're not looking at the real blackism of Jesus.
Right.
You have to realize that all this
Well,
Christianity.
not a
all
blackism.
this-
The blackness. An ism is a problem. The blackness of Jesus.
He couldn't have been black, man. That's impossible.
It's all
Well, he
it's
was.
confirmed
He
by
could have been
science.
brown.
No, they said he wasn't African, but he truly wasn't white.
No,
so
he was.
this leaves
I
him
mean,
in the Middle East.
he was a hybrid of a Middle Eastern and whatever DNA that our Creator had.
Hair like
he
that
was
of a
like-
lamb.
He was kind of like Quincy Jones' daughter. You know.
Well, in my mind, the way I see it, it doesn't matter to me. If you're going to believe in the Word of God, if you're going to believe in Jesus Christ, if you're going to believe the Bible, believe the Word. and that's between you and your God, whoever that is.
Are you aware of the reason why they started taking the image of Jesus being crucified down?
No.
Because of the internet. The internet had people looking up who was the model of it. The model's name, I forgot his last name. His first name was Cavarese, who was the lover of the artist. So when they look at Jesus up their portrait, they're looking at a gay man.
Wow.
So they had to take him down. But they say, it's because we should concentrate on the life of Jesus, not the death. No. People and kids start asking questions.
Yeah.
See, they don't want to be. They just want to have faith, But how can you sit back and they continuously want you to look at that image up there that was made in the image of a gay man, and they don't want to answer the question about gay, so they took her down.
That's deep.
Look it up. I joke with you, not gentlemen.
Nothing's ever.
Religion is in a challenging state right now. As you can see, a lot of churches are closing because of lack of interest from the youth. So churches have to find a new way to bring them back. Instead of waiting for the elders to handle most of the church,
Yeah.
Get some gang members in church with alleys. That ain't gonna do. That can do that one, but ain't nobody really reached out to these gangs yet. Because every meeting you see about gang meetings, they don't have gang members. And if gang members mean that you take the police away, that's what you got to do.
Yeah.
Gentlemen,
Well,
I got to go to therapy. I'll talk to you tomorrow, maybe.
Okay. All right. You take
Bye
care.
now, gentlemen.
All right. Lord have mercy. Ladies and gentlemen, live on the Power of Voices, somewhere in Oregon, he comes to bring his wisdom, his words of confusion, and twisted sense of humor. But that is Chris Bass's guy. That's his buddy. So, Chris, that's your baby. That's your ugly baby you got to look at. Oh, damn it. That thing dropped again right at the end of the show. Well, when I get the guys back up here, we'll close the show and move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of Spanish Fly.
Here we go.
Spanish Fly? What are you guys talking about?
we were you were gone for 5 minutes. We were just talking to each other.
Oh. Well, that's nice. You can continue to talk, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that's cool in the gang.
Did you know that you logged off? Were you aware of that?
I looked up. I was having a conversation with Lord Have Mercy, and I hadn't realized. I was waiting for a comment from you guys. I looked over and you were gone.
Yeah. Don't know what happened. We were still here, but you weren't here anymore.
That's nice. So you guys can have your own show there on the sidebar.
Yeah, nobody can hear it though.
But okay,
It's just us.
We have as many listeners
as we
Michael
do.
Mason. Yeah, but
That's good for him, man.
Is anybody talking about this show yet?
no, yeah, they're talking
I haven't
about
heard of
dropping
it.
it, pulling it off the air.
Oh, really? Other stations talking that already?
Yeah,
Damn. What, he started in, January?
he should have went to morning. See, you've already done this, so it's
Yeah.
not like you do something one time.
No, what the knucklehead should have done was continue to broadcast on his own website when he walked away. But no! What was it been, 3 years or more?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah, come
4
on,
years.
man. You're only as
Yeah,
hot as your last hit.
2013, 14, 15, 16, 2014,
Yeah.
he left.
So
2013.
2013, so 4 years,
Yeah.
right? So it's February,
Yep.
Black History. All right. On that
All right.
note, we're out. See you tomorrow morning,
All right.
10 a.m. right here.
Assalamu alaikum.
Leg of
Holla.
lamb.
Peace.
Take care.
I
Peace,
support
two
the
fingers.
Lakers. Yeah, right.
Yes, sir. Holla.
Bye. All right, we'll be back tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. right here on thepowerofvoices.com. That's 10 a.m. Pacific time, noon in the Midwest, and 1 p.m. on the East Coast. See you then. Share some love and wisdom with someone and try to be kind. Okay? Have a good day. Bye-bye.